understand channels.
Yeah. So that's just the whole ordeal. The reason why Esau came up with this terminology white, because he wanted to really get away from being called an Edomite. That's the real reason why. And a lot of these regular John and Jane Edomites, they don't even know why they call themselves white. They don't even know where it goes back to. They just calling themselves it because it's just a name that society calls it. Like, for example, the term black, we wouldn't always call it black. We would call it Negro, and then we would call it colored. So it changed. Okay, but so that further means that that's not our real names. Names that have to change by and by is not our real names. Who we really are concerning so-called black people is the tribe of the kingdom of Judah. Okay, that's who we really are. Anyway, we're gonna go back to this.
Esau instead of run away from that word, so-called white man.
Yeah.
Because if I say so-called white man now, and any Edomites hear it, automatically they're expecting something negative to come out with that. Because them,
what you saying, they're trying to get away with calling themselves white people?
Yeah. Because that carries a lot of negativity on it, bad history, all the wickedness that they did underneath under the so-called name white man, slavery,
right.
all the wickedness that they've done throughout the history, man. And that's why every time if you're doing videos on your YouTube videos and you keep putting white man,
that's what you're
gonna get penalties on the YouTube channel.
Right. But you know I'm smirking, you know I'm laughing, right? Because it just goes to show you, because the color white resembles pureness, righteousness. But yet even still they call themselves white, and they even tarnished it.
That's how wicked it is.
That's how wicked it is. Now you know I'm smirking.
It's so wicked that they tarnished the word white.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it just goes to show you, man, that we write what we say, man. We're absolutely right what we say. And these people, they know what we say is correct. And this is why they're trying to hinder what we're doing. They get these agents out there, like vocabulary and these different characters, and these different Kemetic black guys out there, which they're in blackness. So they are black in that situation. Okay, to try to stop this truth from getting out, because this truth is really destroying all of the lies there are. Okay? That's what it is, man. But yet, they're so wicked that they've even tarnished the word white, man. Okay? That's how bad it is. You know what I mean? So it's just, because really, when you really check it out, right? When you really check it out, and this is something that the elder was even saying, man. Really, when you really check it out, we're actually the real white people.
Yeah.
All right? We're actually the real white people. They're actually black people. Okay? And I'm going to prove that, brother. Give me Daniel 12.
Void of light.
Right, they're void of light.
The light is the law.
What's that?
And the light is the law.
And the light is the law. Who was given the law? The children of Israel. And that's what we do as Israelite people. We bring light to the earth. Anywhere we go, we bring light. We bring life, or we bring light to the situation. Everywhere Esau goes, he brings darkness and destruction. That's blackness right now.
Who knows where he's at? Let favor be shown to the wicked.
Right. He went. That's in
Isaiah. Isaiah, is it verse 20?
So although they call themselves white man, they don't want to be called that anymore.
Right.
That's how wicked they
Actually a lie, isn't it? It's actually.
But they're right to a certain degree, because they're not white. They're the red people, man. It's just what it is, man.
This is Isaiah 26 and 10, and it says, "Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet he would not learn righteousness."
Yeah, because righteousness is not in him. All that's in him is a dark, negative energy. It's really the energy of death. Someone that brings death all around them, that cannot be satisfied. And that's all they have to offer. All they have to offer is death and lies and deceit. And this is why the earth is at a death spiraling situation. Because you have the people of death riding the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, we see a woman walking past us, she's of death. The eyes of her look like death just right now. You know? So they're the people of death, man.
Yeah.
And one thing about the people of death, they have to portray themselves like they're the people of light, so that you don't see their victories.
Yeah.
So that they can use all of their deception games against you and pretty much make you look silly.
Yeah.
So that they can ride over you. That's the job of the devil. That's what he does. He make you believe that you're the devil and he's the righteous one.
2 Corinthians 11 verse 14. In fact, let me start from 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself
Thank you,
is
brother.
transformed into an angel of light.
Right, it says, marvel not that Satan is transformed into an angel of light, man. Because what is an angel? An angel is someone that gives a message or a righteous message. But Esau, that's how he portrays himself. He portrays himself like he's just for humanity and he's for nature and he's for peace and all of this other stuff. But he's really the destructive soul. He's really a destructive soul in the spirit that can't help himself. That's really what he is, and he has to portray himself like that so that you don't avoid him, you don't abhor him, so to speak. All right? And then that way he could play his trick games. He could use trick games on you.
Yeah.
And that's why the Bible calls him the devil. The word devil means deceiver. So the Lord created this spirit to do exactly what he's been doing, or what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just the whole thing.
And you know, scientifically, with the UV light, when you see a proper so-called white person under the UV
Yeah, they always
light,
got them red eyes, don't they?
the eyes are bugged out, the so-called white face shows up black.
Yeah.
And
Oh, really?
yeah, it shows up. You can see the proper complexion, but it's not a proper complexion. And when you see a dark person, like the typical dark Ghanaian woman, the teeth is white, proper white. The skin is smooth. The eyes look normal, because Esau's eyes, all that blue and green eyes, that's not normal.
That's recessive genetics.
Recessive, yeah. And it shows up, and that's how you get to see a proper complexion of a person under the UV light, if they've got good skin and bad skin. Because I used to take pictures, and before the time of the technology, I used to develop them in the dark room.
Okay.
So there was a thing called negative. Some brothers might have heard negative and positive.
Yeah.
So when you see the negative, you see how a person looks in negative, and positive how a person looks in the real life. Two different people, but you can see an image of a person how they really look under the negative UV light.
And that's true, because a man's determined based on his spirit, not the way he looks.
That's
all
the
based
word,
on the
spirit. That's the word. You see the spirit under the more so you see the spirit under the UV light, under the negative.
Exactly, because see, we're not calling Esau the devil because of the way he looked. No. We're calling him the devil because of what he's done and because of the soul that's in him. Hey, it tells you that in Habakkuk, brother. Since that I made that statement, I tell you what, you hold what you got, you get it. Get Habakkuk chapter 2, because it talks about how the spirit of enemy is not upright in him. So when you're dealing with Esau, you have to understand that it's not his flesh that makes him look wicked, but the soul that's in him. It's the soul that's in him that's got him doing what he's doing. All right, go on, bro.
This is Habakkuk 2. And
Cause see, we gotta be like the Most High to a certain degree. Because what did the Lord say? The Lord said, the Most High says, how he looketh in the inward part of man,
Yeah.
rather than the outward man.
Yeah.
So that's how we gotta look at everything. Go on.
it says, Habakkuk 2 and 4.
And I don't cut the brother, because when you do that, you can even tell who's really who.
Right.
Like I do this all the time. That's how my mind works.
Yeah.
Right? Like I could look at somebody and I can tell what kind of state of mind they got. It could be a woman, it could be anybody. It could be a Edomite, it could be a Jake. I already know. I could look at them for probably a reasonable minute.
Yeah.
Or let's just say, 30 seconds. I already know what they're coming with
Yeah.
before I even speak to them.
Yeah.
And then when I do speak to them, 90% I'm correct.
Yeah. Some brothers, that's ability to read spirits.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot of the brothers, them, especially like the older ones, have been in the truth a long time.
Come.
They're like,
But every brother's different. Some brothers got other talents. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just one of my talents that I have. Go on.
It says, Habakkuk 2 and 4, and it says, behold, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Yeah.
But the just shall live by his faith.
The just shall live by faith. So it says that the soul that's in him is not upright, and that's the spirit of Esau. That's the spirit of the Sirites. You can call them that too. You can call them Sirites as well. because they dwelt in Mount Seir. Alright? You could call them Edomites, but you can also call them Serites as well. That's their spirit. And when you're really dealing with that, I say Serite.
Serites.
Yeah.
Mount Sin.
Mount Seir, yeah. And when you're really dealing with these people and you see how they act and how they correspond, it's just weird. It's very weird and you can't trust them either. You know what I mean? So when you dive into the scriptures and the Most High is dealing with you and you're dealing with everything from a spiritual aspect point of view, you can never really go wrong. That's why in the New Testament it commands all of the brethren to walk in the spirit rather than walking in the flesh, because if we walk in the flesh, all we're gonna do is destroy ourselves. Satan got that on lock, flesh. But what Satan ain't got on lock is the spirit, man. So if we roll in the spirit, we good. Okay, we can't really make too much mistakes or anything of that nature, or get involved in dealing with the wrong people. You know who you're not supposed to deal with, you know who to deal with, so to speak. You know what I mean? And that's just the thing. Being circumspect. Yeah, go on, bro.
That was the one that you
All right. Yeah, you was reading something in it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, hold on. Real quick, bro. Let him read this first.
Daniel 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white.
Right, it says many shall be purified and made white. So what does it mean to be made white? To be purified. It just said it right there. So we're being purified right now by this work that we have. And going through the hell that we're going through. Go on.
And white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly.
Which is Esau. Go on.
And none of the wicked shall understand.
Exactly. Because the Lord don't want them to understand. Now they can understand, but if they do understand, they're only going to pervert the truth. Because Esau, they understand the truth, but they're going to pervert it because that's not in them to understand and go along with the truth. Remember, they have a dark, negative soul. Okay? Where we represent the positive and they represent the negative. It's like numbers. You have -2 and then you have +2. Okay? There's a difference. They're on the negative side and we're on the positive side. So anything that if they read a scripture, what they're gonna do is they're gonna counterattack what they just read and pervert it for something else for their fitting. It's all spiritual. You have the up and down, you have the left and the right. Okay, you have these kind of dimensions. But Esau's on a negative dimension. This is why everything he does is a flip side to what's right. Okay? Like for example, men, a lot of us as men, we've been conditioned and brainwashed to pretty much work hard and get your little scholarships and degrees and all this other stuff, really just so you can get you a woman of your dreams. All right, that's actually a conditioning. That's actually the wrong conditioning. When in fact it should be the opposite around. It should be the other way around. It should be a woman doing whatever she needs to do to go find the right man. It's really supposed to be like this. A man goes out and does what he got to do to better himself. All right, reach to a level of greatness within his endeavor, whatever he does, and then the woman come flocking in, and then that way he can choose what woman he wants. But in this society, it's to the point where women are choosing you rather than you choosing them. So when you go walk up to a woman that you like, she's gonna shut you down. And the reason why she's gonna shut you down most likely, it's not because you may not be good looking, because you could be good looking, and she will still shut you down. But the reason why she will shut you down, because I just thought about this. Right? Yeah, that too. But I just thought about it. You gotta understand, right? An average, reasonable looking woman. 10, 15 guys already looking at her. Just that one woman. So, and let's say you do deal with this woman, right? She don't really have to be with you too long because she has all of these different choices of men that she can deal with. Alright? So if you're not really floating the boat the right way, she can go leave you and find somebody else. And she knows this. Because she knows that she has multiple different choices of different men that she can go to. And that's the reason why these women play around and do what they do. I just thought about it a couple of days ago.
Yeah, because I got a friend of mine.
I don't cut you, brother. Let me say this. Every one reasonable looking woman, 15 men are looking at her. Now she's really pretty. 40 guys are probably looking at her. For audience. Yeah. There you go. For audience.
Yeah. Because this girl I know in the world, chubby girl, she's not the biggest girl around. But you know now you go on Instagram, you go Facebook, and then worse. You go something called the DMs, you know? So now every single woman, she go either guys constantly trying to add her or trying to talk to them through their DMs. Any woman that's got a social media platform, every day she's getting at least 2 or 3 young guys constantly trying to message. Some of them, some constantly, and some every now and again, and some she gives attention to, and some she go through their profile. Nah, not this one. You know, choices and choices and choices, and even the ugly ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even the ugly ones. Yeah.
The ones that are pretty, them is like a bigger audience, a bigger number of guys constantly trying to say something to her.
And that's just the thing, and this is why, see, we're going into something else now, relationships. And this is why relationships don't last too long in this society. Because think of it, right? Think of it like this. Let's say, for example, you were those women, and you had all these different men that could flock to you, and they're coming from either a poor background, middle class background, or even a rich background. Man, you got all the different choices in the world, man. Okay, you don't have to just deal with this one guy. You don't have to. You don't have to depend on this one guy when you can go get this other dude. It makes sense, and that's why a lot of them are what people call hypergamistic. In other words, they monkey bar. They play the monkey bar. They're with one guy and then they're looking at another guy. And this happened to me many times, where I could walk past a female, like this one guy, like this one dude. I walked past. This dude was like almost 7 foot tall. I kid you not. This dude was 6 foot, probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the guy was tall, man. So I walked past him and this woman, right? And guess what? This woman was pretty much zoning in on me, man. So even though they get the tallest guy and they get the guy of their dreams, they're still looking around. That's not how pergamistic these women are. So it's just, but the reason why it's like that, because you got these men that are beta males, pretty much jumping all over the place to just deal with this one woman. And meanwhile, one woman has an audience of men, and she has an innumerable amount of choices to make what kind of men she wants. Go on, bro. So that's why I would even say to the Aki, man, it's just like, you know, if brother's got a woman, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's all right. But if you ain't got a woman, man, don't even be bothered by it. It's all bullshit anyway. Go on, brother. You're not gonna find the woman of your dreams, right? Whole marriage is a fucking scam. Okay, people get married just to get divorces, and that's what's happening every day. Yeah. This is the truth. I'm gonna say it again. People are getting married so they can get a divorce, man. Because these women, they're not gonna obey you and serve you like they would do in the ancient world, because they got too many choices of men they can go deal with, man. And plus, on top of that, to make it worse, to add the icing on the cake, they don't deal with many other men. So how is she gonna value you on top of that? Come on, man. It's a scam. The whole relationship thing is a fucking scam, man. Just you know what? It's just best for brothers to just stay alone, man. Okay. Hey, any brother that's single, that's a blessing right there, man. That's a fucking blessing. Go on, bro. Read that.
Isaiah 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
And that's ultimately going to be the devil, because a lot of these men, a lot of them are being rear-ended by their wife anyway, even amongst these Edomites out here. Well, some of them could be chicks. But what happens is you'll have this guy, he'll work, okay? And then the woman, she's there waiting them for to come home. Like, when are you gonna get home? You need to get home at the right time. And he knows it's in his mind, oh man, I gotta get home at the right time. Because she's so insecure, she's thinking that, oh, he's probably out there cheating. So in other words, all that you're doing when you're working, when you're out there busting your ass, you're only busting your ass for her, so you can get some sex. That's really what it all boils down to. You're doing all of this hard work just so you can get some sex. That's all it is. It's the truth.
And they end up having affairs as well, because they get bored of
exactly. And on top of that, they will cheat on you. Women are what you would call what's it called, man? What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for, man?
They like drama.
They don't really. A lot of them don't know what they want. They want 1 minute they're cool, and the next minute they're another way.
Yeah. Oh.
What's the word, man?
Indecisive.
Huh?
They're indecisive. But
not that word. Not that word. Fickle.
That's the word.
So they don't even know what they want. So they could have the guy that their dreams.
Yeah.
They'll still cheat on his ass.
Yeah.
Because in her world, she has an audience of men.
Yeah.
in whole world.
And they can be easily wooed. Can I just say there was an experience that I had in that Jehovah's Witnesses. You learn a lot about women in them places. And she was married to a man, right? I didn't know him, but she used to tell me what they was getting up, what they got up to, what they was getting up to. So one story, she said that she was so upset with him. She went up, married. They was married 2 years into the marriage, and she started cursing at him. And she said the damn fool just sitting there like a damn fool, and I was cursing him. He wouldn't do nothing. Right? She's telling me this, and I'm acting, like I don't know nothing.
Right.
So
you're playing around like you don't.
So playing naive. So she's saying she's doing it, instigating, because she wants to get out of the marriage. So she's instigating
they do that
him to lick her, so that she can get an excuse to get divorced.
Oh yeah.
These bitches are.
They ain't right, man.
But
So
times there's another.
and when I used to see her in the before when we used to get to the meeting, the church, she looked like a nice little innocent little woman.
Exactly.
Until they got married. So okay, go on.
This is real life. What the brother's saying is real, man.
Most of the time, the woman won't really leave you unless there's a backup, there's an option there.
Right, a backup plan.
So now it's now, because sometimes they say like a man can lay with 2 women and still love them, but a woman, that's confusion to her, man. It's confusion mentally and physically for her, man. She cannot deal with it, man.
Exactly.
So if one man starts living with another man, most likely she will have to live with either of the 2.
Yeah.
Because in the ancient times, a lot of the things that the women are doing now, in the ancient times, a lot of things were shameful, man.
Oh yeah.
If a man is gonna marry you and he finds you're not a virgin, that was a shame. A shame to you, to your family. So that was a big deal that happened. And today they're all underneath this Babylon
Jews.
philosophy. So I've only been with 5 guys, or 10 guys. For her, it's nothing now. 10 guys is nothing now.
Sugar daddies. Sugar daddies.
This is Sirach chapter 8, verse 8, right? Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman.
Exactly.
For herewith love is kindled as a fire, going to what you were saying.
And it just goes to show you basically how the spiritual demons singing deals with these women too. Because what the devil would do is use a woman, a beautiful woman, to pretty much deceive you into doing something else. Okay? And Esau does that very well. That's why Esau gave them rights and gave them all these opportunities so that they could do what they want to do, and then you pretty much got to be subservient to them to get them. And that's exactly what men are doing today, right? And when you really think about it, it's a fucked up situation. We're in a sad situation, and this is why we need Yahweh Shah to revert everything back to normal again, man. You know what I mean? Because you got these men, man, they trying to get all tough and trying to do all this bravado for a group of women that don't even give a fuck about them anyway, because they got other men up there looking at them. So it's a waste of time, man. I know how you're laughing, brother. Just like that.
Now I've seen a lot about even before Christianity. There was one girl, nice, pretty, red skin, half caste, so-called half caste, fair skin, and she was dealing with a middle class Edomite guy. Before I was on the scene, but she let me know, and he had a nice Mercedes, come round, do him, give him money, and I was in the house, and he phoned up, right, and I was just there lying there listening to them talking. She's saying, "You're gonna buy me this, you're gonna buy me this week. If you don't buy me, me and you're finished and all that." And I'm just there smiling, laughing under my.
This is what's going on.
Grinning. So I know how shrewd and how some ruthless some pretty women can be. I was in that relationship, but I got out when I was about 18. But when I matured, I realised that it weren't for me, because I'm playing a part of it too, like a nigga. You know what I mean? So
but that's what happens, because you see these women out here, right? All right, read that now.
Sirach 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Exactly, and that's another reason why certain brothers that want women, they can't get a woman, because the Lord don't want you to be dealing with these wicked women out here. Because the thing with a woman will take you to a world of her own, right? Heritage, you're on a program, a positive program, and she's going to take you to a negative place. Okay, but I'm not saying all women are like that. Okay, because you might have certain women that are cool with you. The Lord may give you a cool, reasonable woman. But overall, they're just all full of shit, man. It's just calling it for what it is. And the more you stay in the shoe, the more you see that most people out here are full of shit too. Okay, it's just what it is. All right, and that's just the thing, because see, the reason why brothers make a big deal about women, because we've been conditioned by Esau to have that mentality. All right, when in fact it should be the other way around. It should be them making the big deal out of us. Okay, it should be them jumping over hoops or guarding rails to get the one dude. Plus, there's only a few men than women are. So it would make sense that we would be in the audience.
Right.
Every one man you see, he should have an audience of females. It makes sense, but it wouldn't make sense if you have one woman and she has an audience of a few men looking at her. That would make no sense.
There's 12 to 1. There's 12 women to every man now.
Yeah.
It goes up all the time.
It could be 15, brother. It could be 20.
Yeah. Statistically, it used to be 7, but it went up to 12 to 11. Latest I heard it was 12 to 1.
Saying it's slim pickings for these women.
Yeah, exactly.
They say every man, but not every man you see is the type of man that they want.
But they don't even know what they want.
It's even slimmer than that. For them.
I remember.
But they still have a lot of choices. They have a lot of choices.
I remember in Waterloo. Waterloo. This one woman came up to us. Basically, it's one of those women that kind of watch the Hebrew Israelites. They take heed to a certain degree, but she was asking questions concerning her husband and all those things. But for her, she wanted a man, but on her conditions.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
she wanted one on her conditions. It's gotta be like
Yeah,
this, whatever.
100%.
Was she a black woman?
Yeah, and then eventually, man, she just walked away. Probably next thing she's gonna do now, go to another camp and see maybe she can get somebody that she's gonna like, or that's what she's gonna find to her liking.
right.
I think I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you remember that one? Yeah.
Jump on the bus.
I don't know. I think so. But she went away anyway.
Yeah, and that's just the thing, because really what she's really saying, because we got to understand, like the apostles, they would talk about what went down in the old school. You had women that was in the old school, and they was really getting to the guys that was that were the top guys.
Right.
That's what they really want, you know what I mean? And that's just the thing. But as far as it goes, I wouldn't waste my time. Nowadays I wouldn't waste my time, because these women are not women at all. They're just pieces of meat. Let's call it for what it is. You know what I mean? If a brother's feeling some kind of way on a sexual level, just go to the damn raffle, man, and call it a day. I'm just being real, because it's not even. It's a waste of time. You're not getting anything out of it. Because see, a woman is supposed to be a helpmate.
Right.
All right. Everything that you give your woman, she's supposed to use that to better you or to better the household. That's not happening nowadays. What's happening is you're giving to her, and there's no benefit of you. There's no benefit. And that's why I just say, what, to hell with it. Because see, because it's funny, right? It's funny how I'm talking like this, because when I was a younger man, I was like in my mid-20s and shit, I used to always worry about, man, I need to find a women, this, women, that. But I'm like, you know what? Like once you reach that point, man, and it's true combined as well, it's like, you know what? I know the game already. I kind of understand where I'm at. I don't need to worry about this anymore. I'll just have to wait. You know what I mean? And plus, I'm the kind of guy, I'm not really into the games. I don't really like playing no games, man. You know what I mean? I'm just a straightforward dude. And if I can't get what I can get on this side, fuck it. That's just the bottom line, man. Because I know what this shit is all about anyway. It's really the more you know about something, it's more, it's like, you know what, whatever. It's not a big deal. It ain't what it seems to be anyway, I'm pretty sure most of us had some punani in our life. We know what that feels like. So it's not a big deal. Go on, bro. It's just a piece of pussy anyways. It's no big deal.
Like if I get Isaiah and say something real quick. Isaiah 4.
No, he had something, brother. Let him read this.
Yeah, but a godly woman is given to him that fear of the Lord.
Exactly, man. So, and that's just the thing. So, I mean, if you're a brother that's single, or you ain't got no woman, then you gotta just wait for the godly women in the kingdom to come, because they're gonna come. Okay, they will come. But now you got brothers in the truth that may have a reasonable woman, right? But that's his thing. Okay, that's his beliefs. But yeah, read that, brother. Cut back on my train.
They say, a dishonest woman contemneth shame.
Right, a dishonor, read that again, brother.
A dishonest woman
Right, a dishonest woman going,
contemneth shame.
contempt of shame, and that's another thing too that you gotta deal with, man. You gotta deal with shame when you're dealing with these women, man. Like I came from down there, man, and I saw this woman with her man. She was wearing these pants, these squeaky pants and stuff like that. I was like, come on, man, I ain't gonna be walking around with women like that. You know what I mean?
What's contempt?
Contempt of
Bring shame. A dishonest woman brings shame. Like she contempt shame.
yeah, so it's just, you know, at the end of the day, the women of today, the women of this age, I wouldn't even go as far as saying they're even women. They're just pretty much prostitutes.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
And the reason why I say they're just prostitutes is because what do you do with a prostitute? Pay, hoping that she will give you the stuff. And it's the same thing with these regular girls out here. They're prostitutes. Because when you go take a girl out, what are you doing? You take her out, wine and dine her, pay for this, pay for that, and the reason around you doing all of this stuff because you want to knock that shit out.
You might as well give her the money directly.
What's that, brother?
You might as well just give her the money directly.
You might as well just give her directly. It's the same thing. Okay? It's just the same thing. But the difference is that you have prostitutes that declare that they're prostitutes.
Yeah.
And then you got those that walk around like they're not prostitutes.
That's right.
That's these regular women out here.
They're the worst.
They're the worst. Because they're not telling you that they're whores.
Right.
They're not telling you how many past partnerships of many had, which a lot of them have. Because really, we're really the golden boys. This is how we should look at ourselves. We're the golden boys. So if anything,
You got any literature?
no literature.
No literature.
Right? If anything, we should be like, you know what, we don't need to be done with this because they have a low degree. Okay? And they're not honest. Now, like we was going into last week about how you're gonna have certain women, they're gonna be saved. But the reason why they're gonna be saved because they were honest. Okay? And they help them. You have certain women that help the men of the Most High. But if they're not doing that, they just gonna have to die, man. They're just gonna have to die. But what I was gonna say is this: we're of a higher degree. Men of higher degree. Now, it may not seem that way physically, okay, because brothers are going through their situations and all that stuff, right? But we're of higher degree anyway. It doesn't really matter. You know, if you know the scriptures and you understand the deep breakdowns and you understand the spiritual aspect of the scriptures, you are of a higher degree. So being that we're of a higher degree, we can't just throw ourselves away to just anything like that.
Right.
You understand? Especially a lot of these women, because they're not even on the radar in terms of valuability. The valuability is very low. Because the average woman, all you're gonna get is a leftover. Okay, some other man done hit it, some other man done kissed the bosoms, done dived their head into the bosoms, some other man that ejaculated inside of Punani. Okay, and you're just gonna be getting leftovers. That's just the truth. So what we need to do is we need to get that mentality, all right? Store that mentality in our minds, man. Because the truth be told, you know, we were all conditioned to think that these women are dime pieces, man, and all of this, but they really, the truth be told, is they ain't nothing, man. They ain't shit, really. Let's just call it what it is. Now, you know, we can declare it and say that we ain't shit either, because we done this some kind of wickedness while we was in the world.
Yeah.
But we're being purified. That's the difference.
That's right.
And being that we're being purified, right? We want somebody that's pure. We don't want to be hanging around with people